All right, part two. So we move. We get a court date. Court date's in April. First thing we got in there, you got to remember this. If the judge actually takes your case, number one, the apartment complex is already on their heels because they got to pay for a lawyer. So they're already in the hole because instead of getting rent from you every month, they got to see you in court. And they have no idea how the judge is going to rule. Most of these cases are not by a jury, it's by a judge. Also, they realize we got 3 or 4 written statements. We got police, reports. We got them signing a paper saying that they acknowledged that they heard the noise one night and they still let the person continue to live and they didn't let us out of our lease. So remember, we're pretty comfortable where we're at. So as soon as we go in there, the judge asks us, do you want to present your argument or do you want to talk? And we look over at the people and I'm going to just give y'all an idea of what we did. To make sure that they knew we were serious, we sued them for the highest amount you can sue for. So in civil court, you can sue for so many thousands of dollars. We sued for the highest. We put in all the things that anybody else would do, the sleep deprivation, not able to work, the stress, all that other stuff, everything. We had a kid, we went all in because it got to a point. It was 6 months. We were fed up, like, okay, the hell with it. What else can we do? So before the judge even starts the proceedings, the people come out and they're like, hey, do you guys want to work this out before we heard out? And we looked over at them. They looked over at us, and we said, that's up to them. The judge says, okay, y'all can go deliberate. So the lawyer, and it was a new apartment manager. It wasn't the apartment manager that we had encountered. The property had a new apartment manager since we left, and however it was, 4 months or whatever. They go over and deliberate, guys. When they go over and deliberate, they come back, they say, okay, we'll let you out of your lease with refund of your deposit. By the way, we made sure when we left, we vacuumed, cleaned, washed, recorded, sent email pictures, all that stuff, so they couldn't even say that we damaged the apartment and none of that. And we had witnesses from neighbors who knew we were good people and knew we were quiet. We just worked and pretty much minded our business, tried to stay low key. So they came over, and then we went over in the corner, and we said, well, let's think about it. And we thought about it, and we said, we could get all this money, or we can just be done with this thing, break even, not have this BS on my credit, and move on. So we took the simple option, and we just said, all right, fine, if you, and we recorded it before we handshook on it, and we signed it, and the judge had to stamp it. If you ever come to agreement with lawyers in a corporation, make sure the judge signs it, and you get a copy of it. Don't ever just do a handshake with corporations and lawyers, ever. So she signs it, we get a copy, they get a copy. Case settles, it says parties settled mutually or whatever. We supposed to get our deposit back. They let us out of our lease. A couple months down the road, and this is funny, they had so many weeks, I believe it was 6 to 8 weeks to send us our money. Guess what these people did, guys? So this is how I know this is an unorganized corporation. They did not send us our money by the date. We left them a voicemail, and we said, you said by this date you would send us our deposit. We gave them 24 hours, and we said, we're going to actually email the judge now, but we will be calling the judge if our money isn't here by a certain date. Make a long story short, they UPS'd it. The check was there a day later. It was overnight UPS. The corporation, one of their branches was in the same city we was living in. But to me, it's just like, wow, they was really unorganized from the jump. But here's what I want everybody to understand from this story. You may not win a big lump sum of money. You may not get back what you really wanted by being able to just stay in your apartment and not have to spend all this money moving and finding a new deposit. But when you take these people to court and you let them know that you're pissed, remember, you're giving them just as much of a headache as you had all those months, because now they have to get a lawyer and now they have to show up in court, and they don't want to do that. So to anybody who is going through this, you may not get a big lump sum of money, but if you break even, you get out your contract and you get your money back, and you can show these people, hey man, get these people out of here. And I've never wanted to be a politician or be in Congress or none of that, because I hate politics. But one thing I will stand up for is people who just want to live in peace and not have to deal with obnoxious neighbors. I hope this helps everybody. I hope it gives them confidence. I hope it's a guide to anybody out there that's going through jackass neighbors, excuse my language, annoying nuisance neighbors. And I hope it gives you the will to fight. You don't have to sit there and take it. You may win, you may lose, but if you take the fight to the corporation and the landlord, you never know what your outcome could be. Peace. Have a blessed day.